In the secluded depths of the Siberia Mountains in southern Siberia, a secret has lain hidden, undisturbed for thousands of years. It was in this remote wilderness, far from the prying eyes of civilization, that a discovery was made, one that would challenge the very bedrock of our understanding of human history. It was in 2013 when a team of 19 researchers led by Georgy Sidorov embarked on an expedition to explore the area located on Gornaya Siberia, a mountain rising 3,600 feet above sea level. Situated in a secluded region of Russia, this area was once inaccessible, guarded by checkpoints during the Soviet era. The expedition was initiated based on intriguing reports from the area about the presence of numerous unusual megalithic objects in this remote location. Upon arriving at the specified location, the research team was shocked at what they stumbled upon. It appeared as a gigantic super-megalith, so mysterious that it defied the chronicles of human history. The Gornaya Siberia megaliths, as they came to be known, consisted of immense stone blocks, appearing to be granite, characterized by flat surfaces and right angles. What was even more shocking was the estimated weight of the stones, which was more than 3,000 tons. This would make the Gornaya Siberia megaliths the largest megalithic stones ever discovered in human history. The systematic arrangement of the granite rocks hinted at intentional design, a purposeful architectural effort that went beyond mere natural formation. They were meticulously stacked one atop the other, reaching a height of approximately 140 feet. The sheer size and scale of these stones immediately posed a baffling question. How were such enormous blocks carved, transported, and assembled in such a remote and challenging landscape? According to Sidorov's notes, the structures were around 100,000 years old, a timeline that pushed back the boundaries of known human architectural endeavors by tens of thousands of years. This revelation was not just surprising, it was revolutionary. It suggested the presence of a civilization with advanced knowledge and capabilities long before what was traditionally accepted in the annals of human history. Georgy Sidorov and his team were astonished by the colossal size of the structure. The magnitude of the discovery of a monument like this was incredible, one that had remained hidden for eons, a silent witness to the passage of time and possibly to the rise and fall of an unknown civilization. The insights and observations written by Sidorov would prove crucial in unraveling the mysteries of this enigmatic site. The sight of the huge granite blocks, meticulously stacked in a wall of polygonal masonry, suggested a level of architectural sophistication that was previously unimagined in that era. Sidorov noted the construction's resemblance to other ancient megalithic structures such as Stonehenge and the Egyptian pyramids, yet unique in its own right. The comparison was not just in terms of the sheer size, but also in the mystery of the purpose and functionality of the site. The dimensions of the structure as recorded by Sidorov were staggering. The wall, as he referred to it, was around 700 feet in length. The individual stones were each about 65 feet in length and between 16 and 23 feet in height. These figures were not just numbers. They represented a monumental human effort, a feat that seemed nearly impossible given the presumed technological limitations of the time. Sidorov and his team considered various theories regarding the origin of the structure. One prevailing hypothesis was that it was the product of an ancient civilization, one that possessed technology and knowledge far beyond what was previously thought possible. This theory raised numerous questions about the capabilities of ancient peoples and the potential existence of a sophisticated civilization that had somehow been lost to history. Adding to the enigma, Sidorov reported that there were circular holes on some of the stones, seemingly perfect in roundness. Even more astonishing were the indications of melting observed on the stones. It appeared as though in certain areas the stones had been melted, hollowed out or reshaped. Sidorov attributed these meltings to some sort of ancient rock fusion that was implemented on the wall. He also wrote of the possibility of a powerful thermonuclear explosion or a similar destructive force, as there were many megalithic rocks that were scattered around the site, seemingly blown away by a powerful force. All of this raised even more questions about the purpose of the structure and the fate of its builders. The complexity of the site was further highlighted by Sidorov's description of additional structures in the vicinity. He spoke of a strange cyclopean construction of vertically set boulders standing on a giant foundation. Moreover, Sidorov recounted how during their expedition they encountered unexplainable phenomena. The compasses of the entire group behaved erratically, deviating inexplicably from the megaliths. This phenomenon led to speculation about a negative geomagnetic field in the area, possibly a residual effect of some sort of ancient energy field. This phenomenon of geomagnetic anomalies is not unique only to Gornaya Sharia, as it has been observed at other ancient sites around the world. It often leads to discussions about the advanced understanding of the Earth's magnetic fields by ancient civilizations and their ability to manipulate or utilize these forces in ways that are not yet understood by modern science. Unfortunately, the worsening weather conditions limited the ability of Sidorov and his expedition to explore further, yet the data collected provided invaluable insights into the layout and scale of the ruins. As the team departed, the sense of mystery only deepened. The immense size and unexplained origins of the Gornaya Sharia megaliths represented a puzzle that was far from being solved. Yet, the question arises, if these structures were indeed built by humans and not a natural formation, then how could an advanced civilization thrive in such an inhospitable location, a place known for its harsh climate and extremely severe winters? What would motivate them to settle in such a challenging environment? Wouldn't it have been simpler for them to migrate southward to warmer territories and establish their settlements there? During the peak of the last ice age, around 20,000 years ago, Siberia, along with much of the northern hemisphere, experienced a profound climatic shift. Despite the colder climate and the spread of ice sheets, however, the conditions in Siberia were relatively more favorable than those in Europe and North America. In contrast to the extensive glaciation that enveloped North America and Northern Europe, Siberia was not completely covered by ice sheets. The region was predominantly characterized by the Mammoth Steppe, an expansive biome marked by cold, dry conditions, yet abundant in grasses and herbaceous plants. This unique ecosystem supported a diverse array of megafauna, such as woolly mammoths, woolly rhinoceroses, and other large herbivores, as well as the predators that hunted them. This rich environment provided ample resources for the support of human populations, offering both food and materials essential for survival. In fact, archaeological discoveries such as tools and artifacts have already proven that there were human populations living in Siberia during the Ice Age. The most fascinating of these discoveries was when Russian scientists uncovered a site corresponding to the last ice age where ancient hunters lived. The site was filled with stone tools, ivory weapons, and the butchered bones of mammoths, bisons, bears, lions, and hares, all animals that would have been available to hunters during that Ice Age period. Using a dating technique that measures the ratios of carbon, the researchers determined the artifacts were deposited at the site about 30,000 years before the present. That would be about twice as old as Monteverde in Chile, the most ancient human life known in the American continents. Donald Grayson, a paleoanthropologist at the University of Washington in Seattle, said the discovery is very significant because it is so much earlier than any other proven evidence of people living in the frigid lands of Siberia. In contrast, Much of northern Europe was engulfed by thick ice sheets, making vast areas uninhabitable. The ice severely limited human mobility and resource availability. Human settlements in Europe were primarily concentrated in the southern regions, which, though free of ice, still endured a cold climate. These areas served as a refuge for humans and animals, but the resources available were scant compared to the abundant mammoth steppe of Siberia. In this context, if the Siberian megaliths were indeed erected during the Ice Age, it suggests that their builders were part of a society that not only adapted to but also prospered in the cold climate. The relative wealth of resources in the mammoth steppe would have supported larger human populations, enabling them to engage in significant construction projects. The discovery of the Gornaya Sharia megaliths has also reignited interest in alternative historical theories. Some researchers have speculated about the existence of a pre-flood civilization, a sophisticated society that existed before a cataclysmic event wiped out much of humanity's early history. This theory aligns with global myths and legends, which often speak of advanced civilizations that vanished under mysterious circumstances. Intriguingly, the site of Gornaya Sharia, despite its potential historical and archaeological significance, has not been the subject of any follow-up research and archaeological efforts. This lack of continued investigation into such a potentially revealing site raises several questions and adds a layer of mystery to the already enigmatic stones. The official stance of the Russian Federation regarding these megalithic structures is that they are merely natural formations. Yet without a comprehensive and thorough archaeological examination, how can we be sure that the massive and unusually structured stones are purely the product of natural geological processes? Numerous observers are skeptical that the stones are a product of nature, citing their precise angles and impeccable arrangement as evidence. They point out that the site is very similar to other megalithic sites around the world that were undoubtedly man-made. The possibility that these megaliths are remnants of a lost civilization or a forgotten chapter in human history cannot be entirely dismissed without a thorough investigation. What could a proper excavation reveal about the origins and purpose of these stones? Could they possibly be linked to ancient human activity, or are they indeed just an unusual but natural geological formation? Moreover, the broader implications of such a discovery, if it were proven to be made by humans, are significant. It could potentially rewrite parts of our history, offering new insights into the capabilities and spread of ancient civilizations. It could challenge our understanding of the technological and architectural skills of our ancestors and provide a new perspective on the ancient world. Do you believe the site is a natural formation or the product of a long-lost advanced ancient civilization? Tell us your theories in the comments below. And if you're interested in more strange discoveries in Siberia, watch our video about Arkayim, a lost city discovered in the wilderness of Russia that is surrounded by mysteries. See you in the next video.